It happened while I was grocery shopping. Broad daylight, busy store. There was nothing even remotely scary about the situation at first. I was just standing in the cereal aisle, doing the usual thing, comparing prices, trying to figure out which brand had the least amount of sugar but still tasted good. And that's when I heard it. A voice right behind me said my full name, first name, middle name, last name. Clear as a bell. My first thought was that it had to be a friend playing a joke. It's the kind of thing one of my college buddies would do. So I turned around, a big, stupid smile on my face, ready to laugh, but the smile just froze there. I didn't recognize the man at all. He was tall, thin, wearing a plain gray hoodie, maybe in his late 30s, and his face. There was just no expression, none. He was just standing there, holding a shopping basket with a single can of soup in it. "Sorry," I said, my smile feeling awkward now. "Do I know you?" He looked genuinely confused, like I was the one being strange. "You don't remember me?" he asked. His voice was flat, no emotion. I shook my head, feeling a little creeped out. He just studied my face for what felt like forever, his eyes scanning every feature. Then he nodded slowly, almost to himself. "Right," he said. "Makes sense. And that really should have been the end of it. People are weird sometimes, right? You have strange encounters in public." I just shrugged it off and went back to my shopping, trying to get the image of his blank face out of my head. I grabbed my cereal and moved on. But then, I noticed him again. I was in the frozen foods aisle, trying to decide between pizza and frozen dinners, and I saw him at the far end of the aisle. He wasn't shopping. He was just standing there, next to the ice cream freezers, watching me. The second our eyes met, he looked away, pretending to be interested in a tub of vanilla ice cream. My heart started beating a little faster. Okay, this is weird. This is really weird. I quickly grabbed a pizza and practically power walked to the other side of the store, heading for the dairy section. I tried to tell myself I was overreacting. It's a public place. It's a coincidence. He's just shopping like everyone else. But my hands were getting clammy. I grabbed a carton of milk, and as I turned my cart, I did a quick scan of the area. There he was again. This time he was near the checkout lanes, not in line, just standing by the magazine rack. Again, just watching. The gray hoodie was like a beacon of dread now. Every time I saw it, a cold chill went down my spine. I felt like I was in a bad movie. My mind was racing. Who is this guy? Why does he know my full name? Why is he following me? I decided I couldn't just leave. I couldn't just go to my car with this guy potentially following me home. I needed to confront him. I needed an answer. Taking a deep breath, I abandoned my cart right there in the middle of the aisle and walked straight towards him. My heart was pounding in my chest. He saw me coming, but he didn't move. He just watched me approach, that same blank expression on his face. "Okay, who are you?" I demanded, trying to sound braver than I felt. "And why are you following me?" He didn't seem surprised or angry. He just looked at me, and for the first time, a tiny hint of a smile touched his lips. It wasn't a friendly smile. It was unsettling. "You'll remember eventually," he said, his voice calm. "Remember what?" "I don't know you." My voice was getting louder, and a few people in the checkout line were starting to stare. "How do you know my name?" I asked, my voice trembling slightly. He smiled that faint, creepy smile again. "You write it down more than you think." And then he just turned, put his single can of soup back on a candy display, and walked out of the store. He didn't look back. I just stood there, completely stunned, my mind reeling from his last words. "You write it down more than you think?" What did that even mean? I was so shaken that I left my full cart of groceries and just went home. The drive was terrifying. Every gray car behind me, every person I passed on the street, I thought it was him. When I finally got inside my apartment and locked the door, bolting it shut, I leaned against it, my body shaking. That night I went into a full-blown panic mode. I checked all my social media. I scoured my friends lists, my tagged photos, my old posts, looking for his face, looking for any connection. There was nothing. No mutual friends, no strange comments, no DMs from anyone I didn't recognize. My profiles were all private. It didn't make any sense. The next day I tried to convince myself it was just a bizarre one-off event. A prank, maybe? But his words kept echoing in my head. "You write it down more than you think." I started thinking about all the places my name might be. Online orders, subscriptions, mailing lists, forms at the doctor's office. It's everywhere. The thought was paralyzing. Then the small things started happening. A few days after the grocery store incident, I bought coffee and paid with my card. When the barista handed me the receipt to sign, my full name, first, middle, and last was already printed on the signature line. I never give my middle name for anything. I asked the barista about it, and she just shrugged, saying the machine must have pulled it from my card. But my card only has my first and last name. A week later, I came out of work to find a small yellow sticky note on my car's windshield. It was stuck right in the center of the driver's side. It had just 2 letters on it, written in neat, block handwriting. My initials? Just my initials, nothing else. There was no one around. The parking garage was empty and silent. I felt that same cold dread from the grocery store wash over me. He was still out there. I never saw the man in the gray hoodie again. I never saw his face. But the feeling of being watched never really went away. It's been years now. I've moved twice. I'm more careful with my personal information. But sometimes when I'm in a crowd on a busy street or in a quiet library, I'll hear it. A faint whisper, just on the edge of my hearing. Someone right behind me saying my name? My full name. And I've learned my lesson. I never ever turn around anymore. I just keep walking. Thanks for watching. If you have a creepy story of your own, share it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more unsettling tales. Stay safe out there.